Hi friends, I'm gastroguru aka Prashant Shukla. Welcome to Gastroguru Kitchen. Today I'm going to make for you a delicious and a very famous Spanish dish which is paella. So this Spanish paella, I'm going to make my version of it, and we're going to make it with short grain rice, and we're going to add andouille sausage and shrimp, tomatoes, onions, and we're going to have a broth made out of shrimp shells with some saffron in it. Saffron's a very expensive, dish item, which I'm going to add to that, and it's going to taste amazing. So let's get started. All right, friends. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to prepare our shrimp broth, and the way we're going to do it is I have this pan on medium heat. To that, I'm going to add shrimp shells, and these are the shrimp shells you can see. These are from about 20 shrimp that I had peeled, and then we're going to be making and adding to the paella. So I'm going to add all those shells in there. And then we're going to give it a quick stir. And to that, I'm going to add a little bit of the olive oil. And then to that, we're going to add about 2.5 cups of water. It's a little over 2 cups. So now I've turned the heat to high, and what we're going to do is let the water and the shrimp shells gel together. We added some olive oil, and then I'm going to just add a pinch of salt. And then the next thing I'm going to add to that is a very expensive ingredient, which is saffron. So this is Spanish saffron, and this is super delicious. So typically you would add this to milk or water to add to a dish, but since we already have water in here, we're going to add it directly to the shrimp broth that we are preparing. Just a few strands is more than enough for color and for awesome taste. Now I'm going to give this a quick toss, and then we're going to set this aside and let it cook on low heat, so that all the flavor from the shrimp shells, the peel, is incorporated in the broth. All right, friends. So now, while our shrimp broth is getting ready, we have this 14-inch non-stick pan. If you have a paella pan, you can use that. Otherwise, this is good enough. And to do that, we're going to start building the base for the paella. So what I'm going to do is add some Spanish olive oil, and this is about 3 tablespoons. Okay. And then we're going to swirl the pan so that the olive oil coats it nicely. So the next thing we're going to add to that, as our oil heats up, is 1 large chopped onion. And we'll be cooking this on medium flame, medium heat. Alright, so as the onions are getting sauteed and getting translucent, we're not going to brown them, but just want to make sure that we lose the raw taste. So we're going to add, next thing that goes in is 2 cloves of chopped fresh garlic. We add that to the can. Give it a quick toss. You don't want to burn the garlic, chopped garlic. So I'm just going to quick toss, and then next thing you're going to do is add the andouille sausage. In this andouille sausage, these are 3 sausage links which I have cut into small slices, and then that's what I'm going to add to the pan. Because after all, we are making Spanish style paella with sausage. A lot of people use chorizo. I'm today using andouille because this is my version of the Spanish paella. Different people and different regions in Spain cook it differently. The bottom line is it's going to taste awesome and it's going to smell amazing. The aromas are going to be intoxicating. Okay, so we're going to cook the sausage, and then we're going to come back after a little while and then add a few other ingredients. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is add some short grain rice. This is about a cup, and we're going to mix it and toast it with the onions and garlic and sausage flavors. Now since we added the rice, we're going to cook that at medium-low flame because we want to toast the rice, not burn it. This is already smelling awesome. And so now the next thing I'm going to add to that is 2 chopped tomatoes. Now some people prefer adding tomato sauce. I like using fresh tomatoes. That's just me. Alright, so we're going to give this a good toss, and the tomatoes will start mushing up and add to the flavor of the dish. At this point I'm going to add a little bit of salt. We're going to add more later, and some freshly ground black pepper, and I like mine spicy and zesty. That's why I'm adding all these things. And the salt and the black crushed pepper is going to give it a nice bite. And the next thing you're going to do is that I'm going to add some red chili powder. This is not paprika, this is red chili powder, and it has got heat. So use sparingly, and if you cannot handle the heat, then just use paprika or some other pepper. Alright, so we're going to give this a quick toss. You can see how the colors are changing. The rice is getting toasted. And now it's time to add a few more ingredients. I'm going to lower the heat. And our shrimp broth is done. The shrimp broth that we added water to, and the shrimp peel or shells. We added saffron, a little bit of salt, and olive oil. And it's smelling amazing. So I'm going to drain it so that we get rid of the shrimp shells. Alright friends, so we have the rice and the tomato cooking in the andouille sausage and sauteed onions and garlic, salt, and pepper. You have the red chili powder, and now we are going to pour in about 2 cups over for evaporation, 2 cups of the shrimp broth that we made by adding saffron and water to shrimp shells and boiling it and simmering it later. There you go. Oh yeah, look at the color. Look at the beautiful color from the saffron. This is authentic shrimp broth, not store-bought or from a can. Oh yeah, look at that. It's looking fantastic already. Now we're going to mix everything, and then the next thing I'm going to add to that is green peas. Some people put corn, other people put different things. You can also put squid, or you can add mussels to it. So it all depends what you. I'm in the mood for shrimp and sausage paella, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to add. I'm adding right now the peas, the green peas. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks awesome already. I'm going to give it a quick stir so that the peas get incorporated well in the paella. And I'm going to lower the heat to medium-low and let this cook down for about 5 minutes, after which we are going to be adding the shrimp. Alright friends, so this has been about 6 to 7 minutes, and as you can see, our paella is looking awesome. You have the sausage over here, and the rice is almost cooked. So the couple of last things we're going to do is that I have about 20 medium-sized shrimp over here. I'm going to add that all around, and then we're going to cover it and cook it for 5 more minutes. After that, we're going to take it off the stove, cover it, and let it just chill, for 5 minutes. And then we're going to see how it looks, and it'll be done perfectly. With the shrimp, what I did is I had added some salt, red pepper powder, and lemon juice, because I don't like my shrimp bland. So as you can see, this is going to look fantastic. Oh my goodness, with the saffron and the tomatoes and the onions and the shrimp broth that we made, it's already smelling fantastic. Okay, now we have distributed the shrimp evenly, 20 medium, and this juice from the marinade I'm just going to drizzle over it. And I'm just going to, for freshness, add a little bit of the freshly chopped parsley, because I like mine, with herbs and spices. Right, so the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to press down the shrimp so it kind of embeds in the rice and the sausage mixture. And then we are going to cover it without stirring it for the next 5 minutes and cook it on medium-low flame. And then when we come back, it'll be done. We'll garnish it with more fresh parsley after we let it rest for 5 minutes. So be back in a minute, or I should say in 5 minutes. Alright, so our paella has been resting for 5 minutes, and let's see how it looks. Oh my god, look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. You can smell the saffron and the onions and the rice and all the starch that helped build it. We created the shrimp broth by boiling shrimp shells or peel, and we added about 2.5 cups of that. We added tomatoes, paprika, I used red chili powder, garlic, and this is looking fantastic. And we garnish it with fresh parsley and just a couple of wedges of fresh lemon. And see, it's beautiful over here. So it's looking fantastic, it's smelling awesome, and it's got the little bit crispy bottom, which they call the sacarat in Spain and Spanish when they make the paella, which is like a crispy bottom rice, a little bit burnt, and that kind of gives a unique flavor to it. So we are ready. Our shrimp and andouille sausage paella is ready. Spanish sausage was added to that, to the Spanish paella. And then all I want you to do is go to my YouTube channel, Gastroguru, watch this awesome video, and maybe cook it and let me know how it turns out. And please make sure you like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much, and bon appetit.